Welcome to the 3-day Samadhi immersion, self-eye gazing. So glad that you are here and ready for this powerful practice. This is a self-love exercise and process that hopefully you will continue for the rest of your life. It is that powerful. I would like to begin with a story. Several years ago, I had gone on an extended trip with a boyfriend to Brazil. We were doing both service work and vacationing together. And it just so happened that during this vacation and service project, the boyfriend broke up with me. It was a very painful circumstance for me. I was thousands of miles from home and everyone I knew. I didn't speak the language. I didn't know anyone except this one boyfriend that I was with, and he was no longer wanting to be my boyfriend. He spoke the language. He had traveled there many, many times and had many friends there. I knew no one. So I was somewhat dependent on him on helping me get through the last week of the trip and home safely. I was experiencing a lot of grief and loneliness, abandonment, a lot of hurt. I wasn't sure what to do. I wasn't sure what to do to get through this last week of the trip. And it spontaneously came to me to eye gaze into my own eyes as often as possible. And so I did. Every time I was in a bathroom, every time I was alone and near a mirror, I would eye gaze into the mirror and send myself love through into my eyes. It was an absolute lifesaver for me. It was transformative for my own emotional well-being. And sending myself love every day, several times a day, just carried me through that last week. And it empowered me to feel that deep experience within me that I was my own source of love and that I could provide that for myself. Yes, that's my story. I hope it inspires you to eye gaze with yourself during this 3-day Samadhi intensive. And as we become more and more aware and an active source of our own self-love, it is magical how more and more people begin to fall in love with us. So that's a side benefit. Be your source of your own love. Provide that for yourself. Be committed to eye gazing as one of your self-love practices ongoingly, as a practice to go within your own being deeper and to love the being within deeper and deeper. So we'll go into the practice itself. Eye gazing practice for the self. This is gazing deeply into your own eyes, trusting your own being. And this experience has no definition. There's no words to describe it. It is simply an experience beyond comprehension. It is best to put aside any rules, even the rules that I may go over for eye gazing. It doesn't matter so much which eye you gaze into. It's often said the left eye. I like to take equal turns with my right eye and my left eye, sending my own love into both eyes. I usually look with both eyes into the one eye in the mirror. So I'm gazing into one eye with both of my eyes and sending that love into one eye at a time. I have found the only rule I have is to look into one eye at a time. Some people look into both. It's a little difficult for me. I like the focus of sending that one eye, my intense, focused love and attention. That is helpful for me. Do what works for you. Practice both and do what works for you. This exercise, I'll be guiding you through the one eye at a time exercise. This practice can get intense. If it does get intense, simply and lovingly take a break and just go back to it when you feel ready. Don't give up. I mean, give yourself a few minutes just to maybe look away. As you practice, you won't, the more you practice after a few days, you won't have that at all. But sometimes people will come up against a little wall, and just give yourself permission to take a small break. If you don't feel that overwhelming love for yourself right away by gazing into your eye, don't worry about that either. Just keep doing the practice. Even for me, there's some days I feel this intense, tremendous love pouring into my own being. And there's other times where I don't feel a lot of anything at all. But I keep doing it and I keep practicing. So keep practice. And the more you practice gazing into your own eyes and sending yourself your own self-love, the more self-love you will feel during the practices over time. Keep practicing. Don't give up. All you need is a mirror in which you can see your own face and your own eyes. So in the practice, you're going to look deeply into the mirror, into your own face and your own eyes. In the beginning, just notice your own physical face and bring your awareness to your eyes. Look directly into one eye. Just choose one, it doesn't matter which, because we're going to do both. Remind yourself that you are entering into a sacred practice, gazing beyond the physical self to your eternal being and eternal self. Begin to focus on one eye and bring your concentrated gaze into this one eye. As you look into your own eye, focus your attention to your inner self, your being, your inner being, and know you are connected to a deeper aspect of yourself through this one eye. Slowly and with certainty, affirm powerfully your love for yourself by simply saying, I love you. I love you. I love you. You want to say it at least 3 times into each eye. However, there's times I may say it 10, 15 times per eye. Do what feels right. And then begin to look into the opposite eye. You want to take turns and give each eye attention. Focus your energy, your love, and your attention into that eye. And again, say to yourself with resolve and passion and certainty, I love you. I love you. I love you. Repeat, I love you several times slowly and intently before moving to the opposite eye. Continuing back and forth from one eye to the other, gazing into your eye deeply and sending love to your own being, to your own self, mind, body, and soul. Depending on your time, you can do this 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes just 1 or 2 minutes, depending on your time. As you gaze into your own eyes, sending love to your own self, deep, unconditional love and acceptance. Also be aware that what is in and beyond your eyes is vast. But that being you are reaching and sending love to is endless and eternal. That being has countless experiences, wisdom, beauty, and grace deep within. The consciousness that you truly and eternally are is an endless, vast ocean of magnificence, beauty, and grace. You only see the tip of the iceberg when you look at the physical face. However, you can have the knowing that the self you are gazing at, that you are sending love to through your eyes, has no beginning and no end. If and as thoughts or distractions arise that may take you away from your single focus by sending love into your eye, kindly and gently bring yourself back to gazing deeply into the eye and sending yourself love. The invitation is to eye gaze as often as possible during this 3-day Samadhi immersion. It will not only assist in your Samadhi journeys, it will assist in empowering all aspects of your life. It will assist in your relationship with yourself and increasing your own self-love. We recommend you continue this practice after the 3-day Samadhi immersion and for all the days of your life. Thank you for joining us for Samadhi eye gazing self-practice. Namaste.